I saw something that I wasn't supposed to see, and they sent those two guys over to our apartment. Georgia! I've been hiding in Paris ever since.
Sam, you must get out there and do something. You waste all your time on that internet, cutting up those newspapers and putting them together. Whatever it was, it's been over.
Georgia. It's her. I have to find out
Find out what?
if they're the same person. Georgia! Georgia!
Sam Pivnik.
Catherine?
Oh, it's Kat now.
This is gonna sound insane. I think Georgia's alive.
Said Georgia died in a fire.
I think she changed her look completely. Dyed her hair, removed her tattoos. She goes by Lauren Clark now. Are you Georgia?
All right. I don't know who you are.
Do I know you?
I'm the guy.
What did you do?
I'm on a mob hit list. If they found me here, they'll find us anywhere.
Finish the job.
Call this thing off.
You threaten me.
I just have to know if it's you.
Zach, Jeff in Vegas, how are you?
I'm doing very well. How are you?
I'm doing great, man. Thank you so much for talking to me today. I appreciate it.
Of course, man. Thanks for having me.
How's quarantine going?
It's going well. It's going well. We're surviving, so that's good. What about you? How's it going over there?
Well, Vegas is still closed, but we should be hopefully reopening soon and get back to normal. But I think that's probably going to be impossible for a while. But we're optimistic. We're optimistic.
That's good. I actually heard, is it opening like really soon, right?
Well, they were going to do Memorial Day. They were taking reservations, but the governor just said no to, I think it was yesterday.
Wow.
So, I always tell people it's a one day at a time scenario. It's just
Exactly. Yeah.
But people need something to watch at home. So we're going to talk about the last moment of clarity today. And your character, Sam, he's a witness to something he shouldn't have seen. And mobsters murder his fiancée. He's on the run, hides out in Paris many years later, and he sees an actress that looks just like her. And I'm like a huge Hitchcock fan. So right there at that premise, I was like, this is the movie for me.
Yeah. No, definitely. It's a cool story. I think James and Colin Kreisel, who directed it, they did a really good job kind of crafting a multi-layered, nuanced story there. But they took, obviously, a lot of the Hitchcockian stuff and basically said, there's something going on that you're watching, but there's a lot of other factors that are behind the scenes that play into it later on. So it's fun, and it was great to shoot.
Yeah, and I love how Sam finds clues that he thinks prove it's his fiancée, but how far is he willing to go? Is she real or not? I love how he's just doubting himself the entire film.
Exactly. I think that's a piece of it, is that when you fall in love and you feel like this is the one true love for you, is that, are you going to go to any length to figure out that maybe she is still here? Maybe there is still hope for us. And every little nugget along the way, you're going to hold on to it. I think that's what Sam was doing.
And you have those emotional scenes with Samara. And I was wondering, as an actor, do you discuss that beforehand, or where do you go mentally for those emotional scenes? Because when the director yells action, you just got to turn that on.
For sure. I think it's a little bit of both. Obviously, if we get time to rehearse, that's always great. But sometimes in the independent films, we don't get much time. But Sam and I talked a lot. We really talked about the characters and about where we came from and the backstory and where we were, especially when we get reunited and all of those different things. That the emotional level there is really in the prep. You have to be able to build that story and be able to draw from things that are real in Sam's real life. And once you do that, you have kind of the package of goods to bring to the screen.
And an actor of the status and caliber of Brian Cox, usually they make you feel at ease. So how did he make you feel on the set and working with him?
He was incredible. I mean, he really was incredible. And then, like you said, he definitely made me feel at his ease. He's just such a master at his craft that when you're acting alongside of him, you don't have to do much. He brings it all the way. And he was really nice. He kind of took me under his wing, gave me some pointers here and there. So it was one of the experiences I'll remember forever.
And as an actor, how do you work with two directors, let alone related directors? How does that even work?
Yeah, for them, it was really unique because kind of Colin is very technical. So he's talking about the camera and the angles and all of the different lenses and things like that. Whereas James dives much deeper into character. And so it's a really cool yin and yang where on set, you never felt like you were getting pulled in different directions. It was very clear and concise, their direction. And it worked. You know, it was like each one of them had their strengths and they used it to their advantage. And so it was fantastic.
And they're being compared to the new Coen brothers. Is that a good assessment?
Yeah, you know, I think they have their own unique vibe, obviously, but they're talented guys. You know, I would definitely work with them again. And it was just, you know, it was incredible all the way around.
And Udo Kier, he just gives the movie its European flair. I mean, it just, you see him and it just screams culture, suspense. He's perfect casting.
100%. And he's such a character within himself. You know, I mean, he was a guy that came to set and immediately when he was there, he set the tone and he brings so much, you know, unique ideas and different flavor to it that it was really fun to work with him.
And was it fun to come back to Los Angeles too? You know, for an actor, that's where it's ground zero to shoot all around there.
Yeah, I mean, it was incredible. You know, this film is unique in that we shot in Paris, we shot in Virginia, then we came back to LA, like you said. And so we really got a lot of different feels. And anytime you're able to actually shoot in real settings, it really grounds you and cements you into the character and the story. So it was fantastic.
Well, Zach, thank you so much for talking to me about Last Moment of Clarity. Great suspense. You know, I love seeing movies that are influenced by the masters like Alfred Hitchcock, but keeping its own identity. So I think this is a great movie for people in quarantine to get a good thrill.
Totally. I hope everyone likes it. And I appreciate the time.
And come visit us in Las Vegas when we reopen. We'd love to have you.
For sure. I'd love to come.